Hello, hello. Happy Thursday evening. My name is Dr. Debbie, and this is Divine Insights. And in this Facebook Live, we have great conversations about metaphysics and spiritually connecting, but we pull intuitive cards, and then I give intuitive readings based on the cards that I pull. And so I always love everyone that gathers, and we always have some great conversations about all kinds of things. And so, hold on one second while I share this live onto my other pages. And so, I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day today. It was a beautiful day. And let's see. Let's see if I'm showing up anywhere. Oh, maybe not. Let's see how to fix this. I may have to go back and then forward again. So let me try that. All right, let me try that because I cannot find I can't find me on the newly named page. So I'm going to go back out and then come back in because I'm not seeing the live. So let's try this again. Okay. Let's see. Hello. Hi, are you on the Facebook page, Maria? Which one? Are you on the Unity of Gulfport page? I'm trying to see if I can. Hi, I see a couple of people joining. I'm trying to find the actual live so that I can share it to my other pages so that because we're having a little bit of trouble with connectivity. And so yes, okay. So you're on the Unity of Gulfport. I'm not finding Unity of Gulfport at the moment. I'm not sure if it was renamed. Let's see, one second. Oh, I think, okay, here I am. All right. We are. One second. Here we go. So I can now share this. With all the renaming, there has been a little bit of some technology stuff going on. All right, so I'm going to copy the link. Thank you for being patient, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. And so super nice to have you here. It's been an interesting week, but a really good week in a lot of ways. Let's see. All right, so I'm pasting it there. And then I'm going to go to, let's see, my page. I'll be right with you in 1 minute as I'm pasting the link. And then I think that's it. Let me make sure that I'm on mine, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so that didn't work on mine, so I'm going to post it on mine, and then we'll be good to go. All right. Welcome. Happy Halloween for those that celebrate. I was just at a grammar school, elementary school Halloween dance, which was so much fun. It was really fun to dress up. I was dressed up as a sloth, and our family has a big sloth joke. And so that was the whole point. And it was a secret surprise for my oldest niece and my littlest niece. And they certainly laughed, and that was the goal. So super fun. We are going trick-or-treating on Monday and then probably doing Halloween stuff on Sunday. And so feel free to request a reading at any time. And so I have a couple of new decks. I love intuitive card decks. Each one has a specific different kind of energy to it. And also just the kind of the angles of the spiritual messages are a little different as well. And so I always I have like 70 or 80 decks. I love them. I've been using them for probably over, 15 years or so. I don't need them anymore in terms of my intuitive gift, but I always so appreciate just their great way of shifting our perspectives, our mindsets, when our ego mind is kind of maybe taken over and being a little bit negative. And so I have two new decks, which I'm really excited about. I really like them both for different reasons. The first deck that I have is called Believe in Your Own Magic. And I really like it because it really is like a female empowerment deck. I've only pulled one, done one reading from it. I just pulled a few cards for myself, but the girl in here is actually polishing a sword. So it really is about like a really empowered female energy type deck, but with the strength of females. And so I really like this deck, especially with the title "Believe in Your Own Magic." And so I really like the feel of them, and they're very interesting in general. Just a little, their artwork is very unique, and so I really like that new deck. And then let's see what else. Let's see what else. So we have this deck, which is the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle deck, which I thought that was really, really cool. I really like the colors in this deck. I really like the vibration of the deck. And actually, I was pulling some cards from it, and I really think that it's going to be one of my favorite decks because of just the energy of it, and also the wording and the way it lays out the information. I thought it was really, really good. And so I was really happy, even though I probably didn't need any more decks. I love, this is one of my favorite things is to collect are the intuitive decks. And so I have this vision of having in my little office area a whole bunch of intuitive decks that I pull for people when they need, for friends when they come by or whatnot. So it says, oh, I like this. On the inside of the cover of this deck, it says, you are a child of unfathomable beauty and light. And there's butterflies. And I thought that's what a beautiful message. I always like the way they're designed, and I actually also like the way the covering of the cards, like what they're coated with. They're very smooth, which makes them really easy to shuffle. So the design of this deck. Hi, Julie. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Hello. And so the covering of these decks, it's like, I'm assuming it's kind of like playing off the yin yang type thing, but I love that it's angel wings. And so for those of you that aren't familiar with Archangel Michael is one of the archangels. And so he really represents strength and courage, and really kind of the male elements of courage. But he's also awesome for calling him in to cut energetic cords with people. So for those of you that are into metaphysics and maybe are attached to someone energetically or in your mind that you don't want to be there, Archangel Michael is a great archangel to call in to help cut those energetic cords. Because from a metaphysical perspective, especially if we have intimately connected with somebody, our chakras have lined up with theirs, and we absorb some of those energies. And sometimes, even if we're not connected to them in the human realm, we're still energetically connected with our hearts with certain chords. And so calling in certainly Archangel Michael or any of the archangels that you're close to is a great way to cut those cords more effectively, so it doesn't siphon your energetic field. And so let's see. Did I just drop the, oh no, did I lose the something dropped? Oh, it was the book. Okay. I don't need the book when I do the readings, but I'll have to put that back because I have a tendency to get a little scattered. I'm so right-brained in my right brain space when I'm doing the intuitive readings that anything left brain like organization kind of goes out the window. And so feel free to request a reading at any time as I talk about the decks. I also found a great book today that I really felt did a great job of laying out information about the chakras. And so for those of you that aren't familiar with the chakras, they're spinning energy fields that go throughout our bodies. There's one above a little bit above our heads and below our feet. But the 7 primary ones that are on our body are swirling energy centers that they're kind of like columns of swirling energy that go through us at different places within our body. And so I really thought that this book did a great job of laying out the chakra information. And so I'm in the middle of really fine tuning some of my metaphysical wellness approaches in terms of my own body, and I really liked the way that it laid out the information, because for each chakra, the pictures are really good, but also I thought the content was really good, and also like the colors, everything about the book I really liked. And so so I got it because I really liked the visual way that the visual way that it laid out information. And so, yeah, I thought they did a great job. So for those of you that like chakra stuff and metaphysical stuff, you might want to get this book. It wasn't very expensive at Books A Million. It was on sale, I think, for like $8. And but yeah, I'll add it to my metaphysical book collection. And so yeah, it's really, really great, really, really great information. But specifically, like it talks about, like even it classifies as everything's in the categories, like herbs for each chakra, even like sounds, affirmations, the stones, even different types of oils. I thought, all right, Maria, all right, sure, Adele, I will. You are second in line, and so, but yes, awesome book, totally recommend it. I've been really getting into neurology lately. I have a great love of the brain and the neurological system. And I have found with my great love of metaphysics that it's our neurology that can pick up our energetics. And that's the connection between the human body and the energetic field. This little girl is my beautiful niece named Raina, nicknamed Raina Pie. And she is my helper when it comes to pulling the cards. And so she has extreme intuitive gifts, always has. And so she loves doing this event with me, and it is certainly fun to have her next to me. And so we went to Books A Million today, and she was helping me pick out stuff and do my readings on my decks. And so she wants a reading from the new deck, the colorful deck. This one that we bought today. Maria wants a reading. So I'm gonna pull her cards, and you can pull a couple for her too, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, all right, my dear. Did you have fun at the Halloween dance, Raina?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You were slopping.
I was a sloth there. Yes,
you were
I was.
slopping around.
I was slothing around. I know. Did you think it was funny? That was the whole point, was to make you laugh in
Yeah.
that costume. Good. All right. Yeah, she is a little queen. That's right. Yes, she is. So all the readings are done on donation basis. And so if you feel guided to make a donation to the Unity of Gulfport, now called New Thought Community of Gulfport, the information is above the live
Do you know
video.
what Fluffy is?
So Fluffy is the kitty.
Okay.
All right, Maria. So I see
I'm gonna go
psychically.
get her.
You're going to go get the cat? Okay, come back and pull for Maria. So how my gift works is that I'm one of my strongest areas, clairvoyant and clairaudient, which means that I can see the card on the front part of my, or the number or images basically on the front part of my mind. And then in this case, it is the number of the sequence of cards. And so that's how I use that kind of technique, or I'll hear the number. So she's bringing Fluffy to show you Fluffy, Maria. And so this is Fluffy, who is very adored and much loved, this kitty in this household, and is carried around everywhere, but she doesn't seem to mind it ever. So she seems happy actually all the time. Okay. Yes, I love Fluffy too. But she's not as cute as Cuddles, but don't tell her. Cuddles is my very old
She
kitty.
heard. She heard.
Oh, she didn't hear me. I'm kidding.
She heard you.
Okay. So I'm seeing a 1, Maria. I'm trying to lay them lighter because somebody said it's very scratchy. Oh, thank you very much.
7.
Well, I'm doing it first, and then you're going to go. So you're saying 7. All right, we'll go with her. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let me do the rest, and then you do the last. Okay, so that's your card for her. All right, so 16. 16, I'm seeing a 23. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And then I see a 31. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. All right, Raina, you got one more for her. Here, I'm giving you the deck. I'm going to start and you hand over the one.
Okay.
All right. All right, Maria. Ooh, this is a good card. I haven't seen all these cards, so I'm excited to see all of the artistry on them. And look, I love this. These are great cards. This is going to be one of my favorite decks. I have a couple of really favorite decks that I use all the time. But look at that image. I love the imagery of the ethereal as hands and like hugging us or hugging the person. And so it says, all your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and then let source take it from there. Wow, isn't that great? This is a card about denial. And so the message around that for you is that the worst lies that we tell are the ones we tell ourselves, because it prevents us from healing and moving forward and then becoming empowered to take action. And so they're really just wanting you to get really super honest with yourself and get really like go deep and clear. Like see things, I'm hearing like see things exactly as they are rather than what you want them to be. And I feel that you naturally have a very strong mind. And when you have a really strong mind, sometimes it's really hard to not be in denial about some things because our mind will kind of will things at times. And so the message is to get really real with yourself, whatever it might be. They're not really showing. Sometimes they preserve people's privacies around some things. I'm asking like, is it around people? It's certainly around relationships. Something in relationship involved in this. See it for what it is, black or white, not what you want to see into it, if that makes sense. Not you putting characteristics on the people or you wanting it to be different or you like looking at the nuances and making conclusions. They want you to look at the situation, black or white, and then say, like, how would somebody else see this situation? Rather than you willing it into, like, I don't know, they're just saying, don't be in denial about it. Because I feel you're wasting time and energy in it somehow. That could be applied to other things that would really empower you and make you happier. So let's the next one. You will manifest what you need. So the whatever project you're working on or whatever, I feel it's something that you're trying to move forward with. They're saying that it's sometimes in the action where we become more powerfully, we gain more power when we take action. And in that taking action, we have a stronger manifestation ability, which means we draw in their resources. I'm in the process of that now because I'm hunting down some really I'm hunting down just some like really intricate information around the brain and certain aspects of energetic medicine. And so I know that's how many people, she's pointing to the people on here. It shows a little eyeball and how many are on. But basically what they're saying is that they're wanting you to take more action because you'll have more momentum and you'll manifest help as you go. So I'm a little bit of an overthinker. So they're not wanting you to overthink in terms of this project or this thing that you want to do. They're saying get into the action, even if it's small, and then you will draw in, whether it be the answers or the intuitive guidance or the resources or the opportunities or the synchronistic meetings of people or whatever it is, and that you will manifest like help along the way. That's the message around that. Do not settle for less, not anywhere in your life. Like be grateful, but don't settle. And so thank you, Julia. Welcome. It says, don't settle for less, but this is from yourself. Don't allow you to settle for crumbs in any area of your life, whether that be relationships, friendships, or in like your vocation. Like they're saying clarity, just spend maybe a little bit of extra time getting clear. And then once you hear the clear intuitive guidance, take action, but don't settle because you know your value. And it's not about ego. It's about what's your value and is what you're getting. Is it like, does it fulfill you? Does it fulfill your heart? Does it feel good to you, on you, in your mind? Use that as your guidance. Someone new is coming. I feel like it doesn't necessarily feel like friendship. It feels more like friendship, but it doesn't necessarily feel like an all-out romance either. I'm not sure. That's an interesting, ow, you caught me on my hair, little girl. Little girl caught me with her little glasses. But someone new is coming, but it feels like a potential. Did I freeze? Okay, here we go. It could be a potential. It feels more than friendship. That's what it's showing me. And I'm not sure if there's potential for more, but there's like flirtatious energy or something like that. And so, yeah, pay attention. So
I got a matching one with that.
Oh, you got a matching. It says, oh, look. Oh, these are so pretty, these cards. Maria, these are the two that Raina pulled. Recognize the signs from above and even ask for a sign. They're saying like, don't be so stuck. I know. I'm not sure what's freezing. It's the message is don't be so stuck in your stuff, meaning like the overthinking of things that you're not able to be present into the awareness of now. Because when we're really able to be present in the awareness of now, we're able to see the incremental signs from the universe more and more. And so ask for a sign. The other day, I was like, all right, universe, I'm struggling with this one area, this one thing my mind is on. Show me a sign. So I walked in pitch black, and my little angel was turned on and going through the spectrum of the colors, and it wouldn't shut off. And I thought, oh, that's a cool sign. And so the last one from Raina, it says, oh, this is a good one. It says, trust your angels more and more. Get out of your mind and trust the divine, but specifically their help. Trust their help because they're there waiting for you to. I sense that, Maria, that you're a little overthinker. I'm a super overthinker. And so I've been really, really having to practice getting into more action because my mind is really designed to stop me from doing anything.
I gotta go.
You leaving?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Raina. I love you. Okay, so
I'll pull everyone
you'll put. Okay, all right, baby. Thank you for your help. She's a cutie. So she loved these. She felt these cards. She's like, Auntie, get these. Trust your angels. Yeah, Rain is a sweet pea. She is one of the greatest lights of my life, and I am so grateful to be her auntie. And she teaches me stuff all the time. But she is a spiritual light. She's very much of a healer. Like when she leaves the daycare, she hugs like 30 kids. No kidding. All the kids want to hug her. And so, yeah, she's a huge bright light, healing light. And so I hope that's helpful, Maria. Welcome. I'm here every 7:30 p.m. on the now new named New Thought Community of Gulfport. Used to be Unity of Gulfport. So welcome. I hope that was helpful. Are you local? You're welcome to be on our mailing list. Feel free to drop your email if you would like to be on our mailing list. The Mind, Body, Spirit Expo at Gulfport Casino is on the 12th, November 12th, which is always an awesome event. And we'd certainly love for you to join us. There's all kinds of free speakers and intuitive readers there. And it's always awesome to bring the entire metaphysical community together. And so that's always an awesome event. So I hope that's helpful. Who would like a reading next? Julia, are you still here? Julie, are you here? I don't know if you wanted a reading. Wait, no, Adele is next. Who's here? Adele, are you here? I believe you were the one that I said. Oh, awesome, Maria. Well, come on down to used to be Unity of Gulfport. So New Thought Community of Gulfport is the new name as of last week. So Julia, awesome. We're next after Adele. Adele, are you still here? I know I went a little long. We don't have a lot of people on tonight, so I went a little longer than usual. So let's see. Adele, are you here? If not, I'm going to go with Julia because she's right here, and then I'll get you after her. Julia, what deck would you like? I have several. Do you want me to just pick one for you? We have the Crystal Angel deck. We have the Sword of Light Oracle deck. We have Moonology. We have Divine Abundance deck. We have the new one. I have two new ones tonight. Believe in Your Own Magic, which I like that. I love that, the vibration of that and that intention. And so also Wisdom. This is a kind of like kick in your pants deck. Like this deck, it'll tell you straight up some stuff. This deck, I like the realness of the deck and the way that it's very direct. I have a couple of really direct decks, but I just have a couple here tonight. I also have a tarot of, okay, me pick. Okay, let me think. I feel it's the new deck with the Believe in Your Own Magic. I haven't seen all these cards yet. I really like this deck though. I'm excited. I love the even like the artwork. I have this very mellow cat over here. He's like a Zen cat. He did bite me when I gave him a bath once though. So I think he remembers me and he doesn't like me quite that much. Hold on one second. Where do you find these? Hey Jean, welcome. The decks, if you're referring to Maria, I bought them, a lot of them at Books A Million in Riverview. But you can find them all over the internet. They're all over the internet. They're oracle cards. Oracle. I don't do tarot that much because it's a very left-brained way of doing intuitive guidance. And I am not left-brained at all in this space. I am left-brained in my more science healing type work and research. You teasing me, little girl?
Yeah, sure.
I see how it is. She likes to. Anyway, we have lots of jokes. She likes to banter with me all the time. Okay, so yes, tons of oracle decks. I really like the Books A Million display. They have probably at least maybe like 100, which is pretty impressive. I really like, actually, Books A Million really has a lot of, I think there's a Books A Million also in Bradenton, but I haven't been to that one. But the one in Riverview has tons of metaphysical stuff, which I was really surprised about. It's part of the mall there, the Brandon Town Center. And so, okay, so Julia, you are next. Do you have homework? It's really interesting. I'm not like if you look at the back, even the back of this deck has like a little witch, and that's not really my spirituality. I certainly can connect to nature and a lot of other things, but I don't know enough about the whole like kind of witch kind of mindset on spirituality. The white witch. Excuse me. Let me grab the card that just fell. And let's see. It has a little crown, which I find interesting. I always find the artwork on the cards interesting. This one has a crown on it. And, okay, so I'm seeing a 1. I'm seeing a 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18. The other cards, like the other cards had a much slicker. I love the covering of those cards because they were easier to slide even. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. They're really good cards. Hi, Mike. Welcome. All right, Julia. The first card it says morning. The world awaits you. And this is an emphasis on mindset. And they're really wanting you to clear your mind of anything that limits your action, that decreases your self-worth, any negative mind chatter. And to really, you know that feeling when you open your eyes and you're feeling okay and you're like, okay, I have a brand new day in front of me and I'm going to step up and I'm going to do something with it, whatever that is. That's the feeling they're wanting you to step into more. And that it says the world awaits you. So know that you have a lot of gifts to share, but specifically you have a beautiful heart to share. And to know that and to really remember that whenever there's a little bit of mind chatter. So, and it says the second one is don't doubt your worth. And I feel this might be from past relationships. They're just saying, no, you are worthy of all you are wanting. And to really commit to that in your soul, in the really the deepest part of your soul. Really commit to not doubting your worth. They're saying, if you're not in that place, and certainly I have been, and I'm a really big believer on actively working on emotional and mental wellness in all ways, because I'm a big believer that if we're not working on our emotional stuff, it's going to come out and trip us up somewhere. And so they're just saying that if you're not in that mindset, there are tons of tools out there. There's all types of 12-step communities, all types of healing groups, spiritual healing groups. There's tons of stuff going on in St. Petersburg, metaphysical wise. And you just reach for tools if you're not in that mindset or need a little help. And I'm a big believer. I actively work on this stuff all the time to keep my mind and emotions in a higher vibration place. And especially if you walk through some tough stuff, especially in your early life, using those tools more often can greatly impact the vibration of your mind and your heart. And so I just wanted me to emphasize that if you're not feeling that way and that you need a little help, there's tons of tools out there. And they're very low cost or free. I love this. It says wings, and it says you never needed those wings to fly. And so this card is all about having everything that you need to step up and embrace what you're wanting to do. It's already there inside of you. You don't really need, there isn't anything else that you need to seek out. I mean, granted, it's always great to find mentors or people that are doing it before you, or awesome people around you that are really like movers and shakers and really like creating and being, in their truth and expressing the divine through their ideas. But it's a reminder, you don't need anything more to do whatever it is that you're most wanting to do. There's a great card in the Sacred Rebel deck, which I don't have because it's a very long-winded deck, but it's great. It's by Alana Fairchild. It's called Sacred Rebels, and they're showing me the image of that card, so I'm going to talk about it. And basically, it's the title of that card is called "What You Want Wants You," and what that basically means is like everything you need is right in front of you. All you got to do is get clear to align everything into a cohesive whole that is your cohesive whole. And so, Mike, I'll answer your question in a little bit. And so to not forget that when sometimes, mental chatter will say, oh, we don't have A, B, and C or whatever. They're like, no, it's all in front of you. All you got to do is get quiet and ask your intuition to help you synthesize the pieces or the parts together into your unique, perfect whole. And so, but that's what that card's about. They're saying that there's a quote from that card in the other deck that basically says, the spectacles that you're looking for on your head. And I always get this card and it always irritates me because it's like I have this huge vision of what I would love to create one day, and all the different moving parts. And they're like, nope, you have what it takes right now and do it now, like start now, and rather than delaying the start or the actions of creating. And so they're just wanting to remind you that you have everything you need right now within you. And this is your power card. And so it says release your guilt. And it's really important because like the fire in the background, it's not hell to me at all. This is basically like your mind spinning about it and taking you away from a non-peaceful or a non-grounded place. And there's a great process in 12-step recovery, and I'm in several different programs at different times of my life, and they're very helpful. They have all kinds of awesome tools and awesome people that real people that really talk their real stuff and really make awesome, amazing progress in their lives in all areas. But that one of the processes of those programs is what's called the fourth step. And that the fourth step in recovery is all about like looking at why we're mad at everything and everyone or whatever that you're mad at. And then looking at the different pieces of where your stuff comes into play. And then ultimately, it kind of transforms the resentment into personal accountability, whether that simply is that should have walked away sooner. That's always my thing. Whenever I'm looking at that process for myself, I should have walked away way sooner than hanging on. That's always my biggest error. But yes. Hi, is it Adele? Is it Adele or Adele? I think maybe it might be Adele. But yes, it really is a wonderful process of releasing any guilt, and then you look at what you've done, and then you basically release it all, and it resolves usually any guilt or any of the statically emotion that can drive any form of addiction or any type of imbalance, like eating bad things or spending too much time on Facebook or whatever it might be. So great tools, free or very low cost. People donate $1 or $2 at the meetings. But really, it's such a great community of awesome people that are really wanting to evolve their lives together and with an awesome spiritual foundation. Edel, thank you, Edel. And I am good, Edel. Thank you. So you're next. And so let me ask. Oh, I can't talk tonight. So anyway, I hope that is helpful, Julia. I know we went a little long tonight, and I hope that's helpful. So it's so nice to see you at service when I get to see you. And so, Edel, you are next. But Mike, do I talk to the dead? That's kind of, how do I answer that in a way? Yes, that's really the simple answer. It depends on who it is. And so my father just recently passed, and he comes and talks to me all the time. Can I, so when doing readings and stuff, sometimes I can call the person in. I'm still working on certain details to confirm that the person's there, but I do have that gift. I'm refining it and still working on it. You're welcome, Julia. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And I know I have a friend of mine that's amazing at that skill. So if you're looking for somebody that does that, I know somebody that's fabulous. And I'd be happy to refer you to him if you would like that type of reading. But yeah, I can. Some of the time, it depends on how strong the spirit wants to come in, and what type of questions that you're looking for to ask. And so my dad has been coming in often, in many different ways, and so it's been an interesting process to communicate with him now on the other side rather than in human form. And so I heard a yes, Mike. So I just heard, yes, I'm doing great. So I feel that your dad is actually really good on the other side. So we can go deeper if you want a little bit, but I'm going to, the next person is Edel. And so let's see. I heard a yes, Edel, when you asked that. I'm also hearing look for the signs. And so let's see what else. I'm hearing intuitively that you have the ability to communicate with him more. So talk out loud, write him letters. I feel like a communication that needs to take place that is not happening. It's like you're a little bit closed down, whether it be in your awareness or in your mindset around it. The more that you realize that he is right there, the more that you're going to be able to communicate with him. That's what I'm getting intuitively. I'm sorry to hear of your dad passing. My dad just passed in December, so it has been quite the journey, the grieving journey and the acceptance journey, and many aspects of that. So I know it's not an easy thing. And so I send lots of healing light to your heart, because it's such a transition. And so let's see. It is rough. Yes, it is rough, but I'm at 10 months and it's gotten a lot better, and I can hear my dad a lot. So that helps me too. So, and he's always around. I always think he places my keys and my phone in places when I lose them, I misplace them. And so I hope that's helpful. I feel like I'm sorry, Edel, that I'm supposed to pull a couple from this deck for you. I'm not sure why. So it says, Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. So I'm thinking like that's the door we did to the side. So these readings are done to help support Unity of Gulfport. Now the new name is New Thought Community of Gulfport. So if anybody feels guided to make a donation, you can do so at PayPal, which is at unityofgulfport@gmail.com. And then Venmo is at Unity of Gulfport. Yeah, come here and pull a card for Edel. Okay, so Edel, these are for your dad, or for that connection with your father. That's what I'm getting. So I see a 1, I see a 7, I see a 17. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. As I was saying, donation info is above the video if anybody feels guided. Can you grab this card that just dropped, baby? All right, Edel. Fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. So I feel whatever conflict there was between your father and yourself, it was a soul contract. It was supposed to be there to help you grow, to help you align, to help you get clear on who you are here. And so what was the other part of that? Remembering who you are and really focusing on the good parts rather than any of the negative. But in terms of who you are in your heart, you want to pick one?
Yeah.
For Edel? All right. She's super psychic. Here you go. Here's the cards. All right, my dear. Next one, Edel. Higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. And so I've been in a huge healing year this year around my heart, and they're really wanting to tap into your heart more, because I feel that the deeper that you go into your own heart healing and you release any lower vibration emotion, maybe the hurt, pain, whatever it might be. Edel says, thank you, young lady.
You're welcome.
The more that you step into your heart and to clear any of the more static emotions, the stronger your spiritual connection and your intuitive connection. And therefore, it will enhance your ability to communicate with your father, because I really believe you have that gift, specifically with him because you came through him. So there's, my father, even though my mediumship gift, I have been able to access it in moments. It's not my strongest area, but with my father, it is super strong because it was my father. And thank you, Maria. Yes, a lot of losses this year. It's been an interesting year, a lot of loss, but I've learned a lot, grown a lot, and continue. I'm really setting this year aside for healing and really going deeper. So it's been a really growing period, but also, yeah, a lot of loss. And I always feel that loss is a tremendous opportunity to really get real with ourselves, but to really go really deep within ourselves. And so I'm really using it as an opportunity and stepping in more in my creativity, and my intuition has exponentially gotten better this year because of that. So yeah, but yes, loss can be used as certainly a springboard for transformation. And so it says energetic shift, new information, end of cycle. So I feel your dad this year is going to help you to end one karmic cycle and begin another one. So now he is your strongest angel, so rely on him. Call him in more. He can be a very strong spiritual helper. Yes, bittersweet, absolutely. And it says embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. And so they're wanting you to really go as deep as you can into the grief and into the emotional processing around your dad. Um, and it does. There's a humbling in my own experience with grief this year. Both my father and I lost my partner. That was my there was a breakup right near around my father's death, and I really wanted to take the opportunity to really feel the totality of the grief, to process it, and to let it change me at my core in a positive way. That was the goal this year, and I'm at 10 months now, and I'm really so glad that I did that. And they're wanting you to do kind of a similar type journey, and so they're wanting you to go as deep as you can into it, embracing the sensitivity, being extra gentle with yourself, because I feel that it's going to even out your heart a little bit in some ways so that you can embrace greater and greater levels of grace. And I think that's an awesome word. And so Raina is are you linting me? What are you delinting me? I don't even know if she has a lint brush. All right, so the last card, Holy Grail. Inner discovery, finding sacredness. What a great term. Finding sacredness. Yeah, that's what grief really does. When I am humbled, I really wanted to connect to that, the walking into the totality of it, because when we really allow ourselves to surrender to the loss and grief, there is I was just writing about this for my book, that it really energetically clears us in a way to really feel everything brighter and crisper in our lives. And so but finding sacredness specifically within ourselves, in our hearts and our lives. And so I wrote a book that actually might be helpful. It's called The Joy Matrix. It is on Amazon. And so it's all about emotional healing from the vibrational perspective and all the different areas of life, allowing grief to flow through you and allowing it to transform you into a higher level of spiritual connection and personal grace. And so I hope that's helpful. Adele, feel free to drop your email to be on my mailing list or the church's mailing list. And it certainly is nice to have you here. So welcome. Who is next? Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Jean, you still here? Mike, are you still here? Hi there, cutie. Let me see your shirt. Oh, it has butterflies on it.
It says chase your dreams.
Chase your dreams. Jean is all right. Jean, let's see. You want to pick your deck, or do you want me to pick it for you? Raina, can you come get the book that fell from Ireland? Oh, welcome. Very cool. Edel, where did you find this? Where did you find me? Are you on my Facebook or the church's Facebook? Sword of Light. I really love this deck. I love the vibration of it. You pick, okay. I feel it's from the new deck. You have to come over and meet Cuddles, Jean. Cuddles, I think you would really like Cuddles. There's something very sassy about Cuddles that I think that she has.
Cooler than you.
Oh, Raina just said that old Cuddles is cooler than me. That's the joke in the house, is that I am the coolest. There's no one that's ever going to be cooler than me in this family, including Cuddles. And so that's the banter of the joke for the last year and a half, is that.
Sorry, Charlie.
Yeah. And so, yeah, we tease each other relentlessly about this silly, cool joke. So, all right. So, all right, Jean. Excuse me. I am tired today. Oh, I had a jumper. Hold on. I love how slick these cards are, though. Oh, that's a good one. We're going to leave that over there. Rain, are you going to come pull for Jean? For my friend Jean. You'll meet her one day. Sure. Okay, come here. She's a cute. You'll love. All right, let me pull mine first. 1, 2.
You dropped that.
6. Okay. Right. Here. Pull for Jean. All right, Jean. So your first card. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you, Edel. Hi, Jean. Good to see your face. I haven't seen you for a little bit. Ooh. Look at Pray from your heart. Pray from the heart. Look, I love that imagery of really going deep. You always inspire me with your awesome spiritual fortitude and your commitment to evolution. Every day you always inspire me. So Pray from the depths of your heart, like pray from the heart. There's playing that song. What is that? Have you ever heard that? It's an Amy. I want to say it's Amy Grant, but it's called "Better." The song "Better Than a Hallelujah." Better than a hallelujah. Ooh, that's a good tongue twister. How you doing, Squeaky? Well, she has hiccups. All right. It says this is a blessing in disguise. So whatever you are walking through right now, Jean, it is a blessing in disguise. And so, isn't that always a spiritual lesson? Spiritual lesson. I get all kinds of spiritual lessons that are not easy, boy. But boy, do I hang on and learn some stuff. Make a decision. So look, oh, this is a good one. It says the heart versus spirit. What, baby?
Where do you put this?
In the box. Here, put them in there. So they're wanting you to. This card, excuse me. It's almost like you deciding to let something go in your mind. I feel like your heart is hanging on, and spirit's like, nope, this is not time to hang on. So they're just wanting you to really kind of like surrender your heart and say, all right, spirit, like I'm gonna put the heart stuff down. I'm gonna bless my heart and the other person's heart, and just let the divine take over, and you'll be guided to let go more fully, deeply. And because I feel like your heart is still hanging on, and my heart will hang on forever. So I understand, certainly understand. Raina just came, pulled up 2 cards, and then off she went into her bedroom. I thought she was going to hang on. I guess I was boring for her. All right. Yes, you are correct. I feel this is in your healing approach, the things that you're taking right now. Like whatever this means to you, you are correct in your assumptions and your observations. Believe in your intuition more. Boy, that girl has some wild hair, right? I love how like, woo! I used to have hair like that. I'm kidding. My hair is like that when I wake up. All right, so it says take care of that, but this is your power card. So this card, Jean, is like the most powerful card of the reading. And it says take control of your thoughts, because I feel like your thoughts are beating you up a little bit. Your mind's beating you up. And so they're just wanting you to, surrender, like to, if a mean thought comes in, to just say, nope, not going to listen today. Off I'll go to my more positive stuff. And I just want you to be extra careful, because I feel like for some reason, your energetic block to your mind is decreased right now. I feel like your energy is a little bit low, and that they're really wanting you to just pay more attention and to not let your mind beat you up. These were, Reina's 2 cards. Open up to your spiritual gifts. It says, remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. So when stuff's a little tough, just remember that. Like you can intuitively connect. You have these gifts. I know you do. I can feel it. But they're wanting to use it more. So journaling, getting a card like cards like these, or meditating or breath work, really connecting to that divine realm in whatever way you feel guided, will be extra helpful for you, especially right now as you navigate some personal healing and some steps forward in terms of your own personal strength and foundation. Oh, let it go. Once again, it's all about the mind, letting it go. But I like the little sword here. It's almost like, what do you need for your angels to cut cords with? Whether it be your own feelings of unworthiness or something that's not serving you. This situation no longer serves you. That's what the first sentence said. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. I feel like it's in regards to a past love, but also it also is about your negative thoughts around the situation. And once again, it's all about thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. Thank you. But Jean, it's about not only letting go of the person that you're wanting to let go of, but also being extra careful what your mind does with it. And just know that spiritually it's not supposed to be, that in your field. But I feel like your cords are still hanging on. So you might want to call on your archangels to do some cord cutting, or whatever it might be. And so, excuse me. I hope that's helpful, Jean. So good to see you. Excuse me. Come on over sometime for tea or just to say hello to my old cat. I'm sure she'd like to say hello. And all right, who else would like a reading? For anybody that feels guided, This event is put on by the Unity of Gulfport, also now known as New Thought Community of Gulfport, and donation information is above this little video. And so thank you for being here and thank you for showing up. She is an old cat, but she is my beloved. Oh, she is my beloved. I love her so, so much. We have been through so much together. And in the middle of the night, she'll just purr really loud for no reason. And it's such a great reminder of gratitude. Like to like totally be immersed in this simple moment of like happiness with a super old cat. Like it's just such a great reminder of just gratitude and to be present in this moment because this is all we have is right now. And right now is perfect, as is all of it. There's a great song called "Everything Is Sacred," and I think the artist name is Denise somebody. But everything is sacred. I have a great playlist on YouTube for when I used to do my spiritual, exercise class. I think it's called Final Exercise Class Playlist, but that's all my favorite spiritual songs, and it's in there. So I have a YouTube channel, Dr. Debbie Roche, DC, which is Roche. And so, who else? Who else would like a reading? Boy, I'm getting a little tired. I think I may pull a few cards if I don't hear. Well, I think I'm going to pick from this deck that is very, very direct. This is a very direct deck, and I always like this deck. So I like directness. I always appreciate directness so much. All right, Anita, you'll be next. And then I'm almost done. I'm at 51 minutes. I'm starting to feel the day. I'm getting a little tired. All right, so I'll pull 3 cards for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're going to look at you in my sloth outfit. Come here, Raina. So I wore the sloth costume tonight. Come here, Raina. You got my sloth costume on? You are my favorite little sloth. I love you so, little girl. You a funny little thing. You a funny little thing. I love you so. All right. All right, let's see quickly what mine said. Oh, positive expectations and clarity. So that's true. I'm really working on my clarity. So what some projects I'm working on. Cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. Always a great reminder to really fully submerge ourselves into the period of the rhythm that we're in and not go ahead of it or before it. Because I like to go ahead of it too much sometimes. And let's see. Hold on. Yeah, she's mighty cute. And my last quick reading of mine is Sacred Union, Partnership and Romance. I think this isn't about, for me right now, this is not about a person, another person. This is about sacred union with myself, like my core self, not another person yet. Because energetically, I'm not quite ready, and I know I'm aligning all of my areas, and then I will draw in what I'm wanting rather than running or trying to attract or like running after it. But I'm using a lot of attraction principles, and I'm not quite ready yet to engage and so or to draw in another love because my heart is still healing from my last one, and then I feel it's so important for us to give ourselves time to heal and to really get clear as to what was ours to align in terms of our own chaos, and also just all the pieces of the forgiveness and the surrender and the acceptance and what could have been done better next time and what you'll never choose again or allow, like all those pieces. I think it's important to allow that time and space, and I'm certainly allowing myself to do that. And so it's probably one of the best decisions I made in a long time. And so Christmas will be a year. So all right, QP, we have Maria. Let's see, Anita wants let's see, so Anita wants a card pull.
Who?
Anita.
Anita.
I think it is this deck. Divine
Like
Abundance.
you with my sloppy.
Oh, with your slothy hands? So the joke in the family is that these two humans, Raina and her sister, are the slowest humans that ever existed. Like when they're getting out of the car and I have to wait for them. And so the joke is that they're both sloths. And so that's how the sloth joke came about. And so now it's been a good 2 years of us teasing each other.
And we played a slap contest See,
And so one Thanksgiving, I created the Sloth Olympics as a joke. And then we had all these like fun day activities outside for the girls, and they had competition, and there was like 15 like
there
activities.
was an egg, and she had a spoon. She had to walk, and she kept dropping the egg. But at least that egg didn't break.
I cheated with the egg race. I did hard boiled eggs with the egg race.
So she could walk
And
fast.
I was the only one that knew it. So anyway, so it was a big showdown. The prize was like $10 in a little sloth that I had bought on Amazon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, you're gonna pick some for Anita? Okay. I'm getting tired. It's starting to hit. All right, let's see. Ooh, okay. These cards are really good too. I really like their thought angle. They're called Divine Abundance. I love all my cards, but I have a couple like 5 favorites, five decks. Okay, so the first card, Anita, is about sacrifice, and this isn't about like what you would think the meaning of that card for sacrifice. Normally, you think, oh, like time, energy, money. But what the message is for you around that sacrifice card, it's not any of those things. It is about you sacrificing your ego and the perceptions that your ego brings. And to really, when you look at something and something's really getting your goat about it or bothering you, it's really about looking at it and saying, okay, obviously I'm looking at it from an ego-based perspective. What would my spiritual mind or my spiritual higher self say about the situation and me right now about what's going on? And so you're sacrificing your human mind for a more spiritual mindset. That's the first signs. It's about really looking for your angels and whatever it is that you're having some challenge with right now. Because almost all the time,
Is your car locked?
Yes, it's locked. Here's my keys.
Because I got my LED lights in there.
Okay, do you know where they are?
Yeah.
Here you go. Be careful out there. Let mommy know you're going out.
Mom, I'm going.
Your signs are always, our signs are always everywhere, but the trick is that being grounded enough and present enough in the moment to be able to see them. And so that's the trick, is the presentness. That's what I'm noticing more and more in my life, because I'm really practicing a lot more meditation and breath work and presentness within my own body and in my own psyche and everything. It's in that presentness that we're able to be still enough to notice the nuances enough. And it's in the nuances where they give us the signs. I mean, sometimes they're huge signs. Like one time I had this, I asked for a sign in the middle of the night, my light turned on, and then each bulb got bigger and then went to the next one. And I've never seen it do that. So that was a huge sign, but oftentimes our signs are subtle. And so the more that we're able to be in the present moment, the more we're able to become aware and open to seeing the signs. Extraordinary. You have some extraordinary gifts. I feel that they haven't yet been expressed though, or only a little bit. So they're really wanting you to honor your gift. You're not showing me, could it be art? Something creative. I feel that you're also a strong leader, but you haven't expressed those gifts yet. But like you have some really great potential gifts with color or taking separate things and immersing them together into something new. That's how they're showing it to me. And the last card, the power card, is acceptance. Whatever you're struggling with, it is supposed to be there. Just accept it. The more that we're able to simply accept things and not fight them, the happier we are, happier our souls are in the human area. The 2 cards that Raina pulled. Excuse me, I'm starting to fade. It's almost at this an hour, almost gone. First card is delusion. Just be very careful that you're not lying to yourself in some area, because I always say this to myself and others. The worst lies that we tell are to ourselves, because when we're lying to ourselves, we cannot see the steps to take, the actions to take to empower ourselves in whatever the situation is. So be careful of anything that you know you're half telling the truth to yourself about. And then the last card is about worth, personal worth. This is about your personal worth. They're saying never sacrifice your worth to anyone or anything. And so they just want you to get clear. Like if it just doesn't feel respectful, get out, period. No hanging on, no making excuses, get out. All right, so I'm gonna do a collective reading, and then we're done for the night. If anybody feels guided to support, hi Andrea. I'm exhausted at the moment, so I'm hitting my hour, but I am here next time, and so I'm going to be doing one more collective reading, and then we are done. And so if anybody feels guided to donate to support the church, which is puts on this event, the donation information is above this video. So we're super grateful that you're here. And thank you for all of you that donated last week. And you're welcome, Anita. And I super appreciate your presence and your support on all the levels. And so I'm going to do one collective reading, and then I am done for the night because I just hit my tired level. So I feel it is this. Is it this deck? No, I think it's the moon deck. I like the moon deck. It's very earthy. It has a really grounded feel to it. So there's a second deck in the Moonology series. It's a little bit more higher vibration, or it's a little bit more it's direct, but in a different way. So I like this deck because it is so direct, these cards. So this is my last reading for the evening. I'm just I'm tired. It's been a long day, and I'm grateful for the day, but why I'm a little I'm zonked. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. All right, this will be my final reading. I hope everybody just has a lovely, lovely week. I feel like I need to get by the ocean this week just to connect to the sky. First card, collective reading for all of us. Luck is on your side. And see it that way. Perceive it as luck being on your side. And walk in that space and in your mind with that perception of luck. Time for healing. There's been no greater investment that I've ever made than in my own mind, body, spirit, emotion, heart healing, all of it. That's the best investment. So when we invest in our healing, we're able to recharge and align and get strong for the next steps or actions or phases or things in our life. And so I love this card, a time for healing. And I like the gentleness of this card too, really making space for that. And really embracing that with no shame or no negative thinking. Like, this is a time for healing, and to be grateful for that time. So I've been really committing to that lately for this year. It says balance spirituality with practicality. That's really good, because I can be a little bit too expansive. And so that's really a great reminder that, yes, it is always so important to embrace spirituality and to embrace our spiritual walk here. But we are human, and we're also in human bodies. And so I'm always a big believer that when we really commit to our physical health and really combine our spiritual energy with our physical self-care and our nutrition and movement and alignment and healing force, that awesome things happen, and we're ready to serve the universe in such a much bigger way. And so I really feel my personal beliefs, and I stand by it so strongly. And that's why healing time is so important. It's because we don't invest energy into our own selves, then we don't have energy to give and serve with. And it says adjustments are required. So, this is the final card of the reading. And this is just an extra nudge that basically says, don't get lazy. Keep, look for the areas that you need to work on, and just when you're ready, work on them. Because that's, creating a firm foundation and clearing our chaos, and allows us to connect more fully to the divine and the divine energy. And so I hope that is helpful. So many blessings. I'm so glad that you enjoyed the anniversary celebration. It was a lovely celebration, and we look forward to having you join us in person. Raina, you gonna say goodnight, little sloth? Raina, you saying goodnight? This is her fake tongue. This is what she wanted from the store, a fake tongue for Halloween. Anyway, so Raina says goodnight. You can say goodnight, Raina?
Good night.
Good night. Much love. I'll be back. Actually, no, next week I will not be doing Divine Insights at that time, because there is an event at the theater that the church is putting on. But I will be here in 2 weeks. And so much love, many blessings, and I wish you a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.